your core, it has some methods that get called based on certain situations that happen in our app. This itself calls another object called Sigma Updater.
Mm-hmm.
We just have a bunch of objects calling each other. Let's find where Sigma Updater is. I don't even know where it is. Sigma Updater. That is an instance of type iSigmaUpdater.
Mm-hmm.
Let's Apple Shift or Command Shift F for this interface. So I just selected it and then I hit Command Shift F. That way I don't have to type it.
Mm-hmm.
So it popped up right here. Gonna hit Enter. Let's see. Sigma Updater FTS. How did I not see that? All right, so we're gonna go with this file.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so we have a function called addNode.
Uh-huh.
And what do you know? It calls another function, which is our mutation. And you might be wondering, why do we have so many functions calling other functions, call other functions?
Yeah.
It's all so that we don't end up with... It's also that we keep something in sync called state.
Okay.
Because again, we want our UI to exactly match state. But what happened in our deleting node case is we didn't follow our framework totally correctly, and we had state get out of sync with the UI. So let's look at how this add node mutation is defined. I'm gonna Command Shift F for it. It should pop up over here. I should see a store TS instance. Double click there. It pops up over here. All right. So this is the moment of truth. We're using a library
Uh-huh.
called Sigma.js.
Yes.
It provides us with an object called graph.
Okay.
And graph provides us with a method called addNode.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, we also get provided a method called refresh. In that refresh method, we have abstracted into mutation called refresh.
Okay.
So essentially, we're given two methods, addNode and refresh. If we add a node into the addNode method and then call refresh, our screen will update. That is what actually causes the screen to change.
Okay.
So I think graph probably provides another method called delete node or remove node.
Mm-hmm.
So the way we're going to figure that out is by command clicking on graph. That should tell us the type that graph is. All right, graph is of type iSigmaGraph. It looks like I custom defined that, and it looks like I did not define a method called remove node. That remove node method does exist. It's just under the library we imported, and for some reason I had to type graph in its own specific type rather than importing the type from the library. Why I did that, I don't know. It would have been better to import the type from the library. Must have been some reason I did that. So we're going to go to our other import section. That's where we actually import the library. There's two ways to import things in JavaScript. One is through NPM. Everything will get saved, all the libraries you use will get saved and imported into this folder called node modules.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can't do that. For example, if you want to edit the library yourself, you don't want to store it under node modules, you want to store it under another folder. I just call that other folder other imports.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the library we are using, it's called Sigma. And in here, we are going to look for, let's look for that method called addNode. So we're going to search in this folder, addNode. Here we go. So there's a, I don't know exactly where we want to add it, but we have a method called addNode under the graph class. I don't need to understand how this code works. I just want to look for another method called like remove node or delete node or something. So I'm just going to search again for remove node. And you know what? After we do this, we're just going to open up the official documentation. All right, remove node doesn't exist. Let's look for delete node. Delete node doesn't exist. Let's Google Sigma.js documentation. And my computer's frozen.
Now what, you're going into basically where they have all of the commands?
Yeah. Instead of us trying to reverse engineer code.
let's just look it up in the dictionary.
Yeah. Alright.